Hey, how's
Hi,
it going?
great. How are you?
Good to see you.
Great to see you. Michelle Joy of Cannons, one of the women who make Q101. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks so much for having me today.
So, you were just at the Billboard Women in Music night?
Yeah, that was a really fun night.
Tell
Had
me
a
all
good
about it.
time.
What happened? What'd you do?
Well, first I just felt honored to be invited and to be in a room full of very inspiring women that are just like um shaping the landscape of music right now. Um, and it's the first time that I've ever really been at an event like that or surrounded by that many women, obviously in music. So it was just really cool for me um, to hear the different experiences that women have had in the industry, from artists to like executives and everything in between.
Did you connect with anyone while you were there?
Let's see. I sat next to Rebecca Black. So, which we have this one of the same sound guys too. So, got to chat with her for a little bit, and I was kind of just really soaking in everything that everyone that was being honored on stage was saying about their experience in the industry as a
Mm.
woman, because I haven't really had too many females that I have personally met and have been able to like talk to about any of the experiences that I have gone through in the past like couple years here. Because it's, everyone's, when we're playing our shows or going to festivals, it's so, in and out and on to the next show. Schedule's kind of crazy, and I just haven't had time to connect or hear anyone else's stories besides the books that I read from women in music that I admire and stuff.
Did any one particular artist's story that they shared on stage at the awards really resonate with you or stick out to you?
Um, I thought that when Charlie XCX was speaking, that I could relate a little bit to what what she was saying. She was just talking about how um, so one thing that I've noticed a lot lately with social media and stuff is people are really hard on women. So people are really hard on women with how their hair's done, how their makeup looks, how their clothes look, how they're, if they hit one wrong note or something. But I feel like she started off her speech kind of like being like, I use a lot of auto tune and I don't claim to be, absolutely perfect up there. That's something that she was saying that I think she's just has to like grow into, and that's something that I could relate to because I love making music and writing songs. And it took me a minute to learn how to grow into the other aspect where you're on stage, you're performing, and people are, coming to the show to have a good time. Yet in the beginning, I was really nervous to get up there, and I never, um, I didn't come into this as like someone who had any training in singing or any background in it at all. I just liked writing, and I loved music. So it's taken me a little bit of time to grow into the performance part.
Well, it's funny that you say that because that's the last thing I would ever think if anyone has ever seen Cannons live has seen Michelle performing. You look like you were born on a stage. I mean, you just
Thanks.
element, so unbelievably talented in so many different ways. And has that always been with you? Were you raised in a musical household? When did you first kind of get that bug that you wanted to sing and perform?
No, well, the one thing that everyone did have in common in my household was everyone liked good music. So my first exposure was my parents. They actually met in a disco at in the 70s. So maybe that's where my love for like disco music and stuff came from, is because that's what they loved. So but I took a guitar class in middle school, and then in high school, my school had a radio station, and I joined the radio station, and that was the class that I actually enjoyed, because I didn't enjoy any of my other classes in high school besides my English writing class
Mhm.
and radio. So I think I would take home a bunch of like CDs and just like indulge in music all the time, to the point where I was like, I want to write a song. you know, I want to sing. And then I learned how to use the program that I usually record on, which is Ableton,
Mm.
and kind of started from there.
Lucky us. When you were back in those classes doing the radio class, what were some of the
Mhm.
female artists that you love to play?
My favorite female artists in high school were, um, I loved Ani DeFranco
Mm.
and Fiona Apple and Alanis Morissette, and um, what else was I listening to at that time? At least for like the female artists, that those were my go-tos on repeat all the time. And I remember I loved Tegan and Sarah too, which they were one of my first concerts. Um,
How old were you at your first concert?
I don't know. I think I was probably in like 10th or 11th grade. So whatever age that is.
That's that's awesome because most people, their first concert is embarrassing. It's, a boy band. They were, and yours was Steven and Sarah. That's incredible.
Yeah, it was cool too, because I saw them at the Culture Room, which is a venue in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and Cannons recently, maybe probably about a year ago, we played the same venue, and I saw their pictures on the wall, and I was like, I remember coming here and just like admiring them on stage, and then now we're here playing a sold out show um, for everyone. So hoping to have a similar impact on, females in the audience.
Well, you definitely do. I mean, I see it when I watch the band. If you just look around behind you in the audience, there are just so many young women who are in awe of you. And you can see that you're inciting inspiration every time you get on the stage, whether it's for women to sing, for women to perform, even just your fashion and the way that you present yourself is something that almost feels like it's been missing from maybe rock and alternative bands lately. And you really just elevate your performance. And I truly think a big part of that is what you're gonna wear, because that's every time I see, oh, Candace is playing. What's Michelle wearing?
And now I'm wondering what everyone in the audience is going to wear. I related I related myself earlier today to this children's book that I liked when I was really little, which was called Rainbow Fish. Have you heard of that? But yeah, it's like this fish that has like these shiny scales, and they give one to each fish in the ocean, and the whole ocean is like sparkly. So I do feel like even for the guys too, but yeah, canon shows are an opportunity for people to just like wear their flashiest,
Mhm.
thing that they have in their closet, um and I feel like that adds a really fun element to the show.
I love that. And I love this fourth album, Heartbreak Highway. I know you're about to head out on a European tour. And I'll tell you,
Mhm.
Chicago, one of the first signs of spring is when we get our festival announcements. And I cannot express the happiness when every festival that was announced, I'm trying to remember, it was Boston Calling, Bottle Rock, Governor's Ball, all at once. And it was just cannons, 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 cannons.
Yeah.
So that's very hopeful for all of us here, especially seeing all these festivals pop up. And we got a couple in this city that
That are amazing.
are amazing and are coming up soon that, maybe you should think about coming back over here.
Maybe we will.
I don't know how to directly ask you without directly asking you. Can you please come back to Chicago very soon?
We'll be back. We love Chicago.
Okay. Well, we love you so much. Give my love to Polly and Ryan. Thank you so much for
Will
taking
do.
time today on this high holy holiday of International Women's Day. I can't think of a better woman to represent this radio station than you, Michelle Joy.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
See you soon.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.